Hello and welcome to a Full Send Broadcast Network. Tonight we have the Finish Line Racing League at Daytona Super Speedway Series. And soon the Tuesday night series, which will be the Cup cars at various tracks, will start next week, I believe it is, on Tuesdays. Right here on Full Send Broadcast Network. Tonight, these guys are racing for $10. Right now, they're finishing up practice. As we're watching Scott Stoller right here. Scott Stoller, Alex Forget-Berube, and I believe Blake Sperling. Only 3 cars on the track at the time. Why don't we take you a rundown of how the race is going to look today? Sorry about that, I had a technical difficulty. They're at Daytona International Speedway, 2.5 mile high banked. It's 79 degrees Fahrenheit with 63% humidity, clear skies with 6-mile-an-hour winds. Got 1 minute left in practice here. These guys just testing out the drafting package. This is a custom setup for these ARCA cars here. This setup was custom made in these cars. We will see them going sometimes about 208 miles per hour, and it allows them to bump draft too. It is a fixed custom setup. Seeing these two kind of figure it out as you see some sparks coming off the cars. Oh, they're going to tangle up in the last few seconds of practice. Checkered flag has flown for practice. See how many of these guys here qualify. As we're looking at Justin Hutchinson rolling off pit road here. Right now we have Justin Hutchinson, Alex Forget-Berube, and Jack Dixon taken out onto the track. Jason Babb has stepped out there to try his luck. One of our two Canadians here, Jack Dixon in the 48. The 19 of Alex Forget Berube. Alex crosses the line to start his first green flag lap. Coming out of turn 2 there. That car's sucked down onto the track. That is the one thing about this setup. It comes off a pit road under low speeds with the front end way up in the air. But as you notice, just going down the back straightaway, the downforce pushes that car down to that pavement and it sticks there and no air gets underneath it. That's what allows these cars to go 200 plus in the ARCA cars. Alex coming around for his first lap. If he takes the pole away from Justin Hutchinson, he does. By 0.03 of a second. Jack Dixon in third right now. Alex Forget Berube sitting pretty on pole right now with a 51.61. Let's see if they better that on the second lap. I expect all three of them to be better than that on the second lap. Justin Hutchinson with a 49. Alex Forget Berube answers with a 49.651. Takes that pole position so far. Check in on Jason Babb completing his first lap. That might, okay, never mind. That was his second lap. He must have messed up on his first one there. Jason Babb with a 49.74. Trevor Robertson and Zach Wheeler just completed their first laps. We're following along with Trevor Robertson right now.
I think Blake and Scott, you're going to do guys. Just no passing below the yellow line. Just try to maintain your line on the track.
All right, if you will excuse me for a second.
3 wide until the back stretch. That's it.
Forgot to turn my voice chat off. There we go. Zach Wheeler answers for the pole position with a 49.64. Beating Alex by 1/100th of a second. Stephen Payne answers for pole with another 100th faster than Zach Wheeler with a 49.63. Looks like he's done. He's just going to slow it down and call it a day on that qualifying lap as we're in the last 10 seconds of qualifying, and looks like Stephen Payne's the last car on the track. Tyler Green, Blake Sperling, and Scott Stotler decided to not qualify. As we're gridding right now. Let's take you through the gridding right now on the lineup. Here's your qualifying results. Stephen Payne on the pole with a 49.63. Zach Wheeler starting second. Alex Forget Berube starting third. Justin Hutchinson in fourth. In fifth, you have Jason Babb. In sixth, Trevor Robertson. In seventh, you have Jack Dixon. Eighth, Scott Stotler. Ninth, Tyler Green. And 10th is Blake Sperling. And this is how they'll line up by row. Got 5 rows of the field here. As they're rolling off a pit road now, lights are off on the pace cars, so when they come back around, we'll be going green. All right, cinch them belts tight. We're fixing to go racing at Daytona, where the winner will win cold hard $10. They work their way out of turn 4. Pace car's fixing to make a hard left turn to go down pit road. There's that left turn. Waiting on the green flag. And we are green here at Daytona International Speedway in the Finish Line Racing League. Stephen Payne and Zach Wheeler side by side still, 2 by 2 throughout the field. Getting these cars wound up and up to speed. By the time they come back around down the front stretch, they will be wound up completely. No one able to make any moves yet. Still 2 by 2. Looks like everyone's taking it nice and easy right now. Looks like the 8 of Scott Stotler is blinking a little bit, but nothing too bad. He's back there by himself. Completing lap 1. Stephen Payne's going to lead that lap in that 41 machine. Alex Forget-Berube in tow right there. That high line fading back just a little bit with Wheeler, Hutchinson, and Robertson lined up. Most everyone going down to the low line, following single file. Tyler Green moves up to join them 3 on the high side, seeing if they can make something work. Trevor Robertson looked like he scraped the wall a little bit right there, but shouldn't have caused any damage. And you know, these cars, they're a handful to drive, especially in dirty air, but man, they are fun. And with this setup going the speeds they are, it's amazing. That high line fading back. Justin Hutchinson just had a little bit of a blink there. Made Trevor Robertson crack the throttle look like a little bit. It's going to cause that high line to fade back even more. The whole field within 6/10 of each other. That is a blanket you can throw over all these cars. Zach Wheeler trying to side draft the 19 of Brave Bay right there. Looks like he has a little bit of a run. Screaming down the Super stretch right there. Heading up towards turn 3. That high line actually looking kind of frisky right now. They're not as organized as that low line is, but looks like they're able to produce a run right there and at least hang with the leaders on the high side. What do you say we go on board with Alex Forget Berube there? It's an awesome view. So far, everything's still calm early in the race as they just completed lap 5, going on lap 6 out of 45. Oh, Stephen Payne pushes up a little bit, almost gets into the door of the 20 of Zach Wheeler. Does it again right there. Tyler Green coming down, taking it 3 wide for the pass for second, leaving Justin Hutchinson up there to dry. Field kind of scattering out right now, trying to make moves and find the people they want to be with, find their drafting partners. As Zach Wheeler's going to lead that lap as he gets back to the low side and takes the lead. Tyler Green trying to answer that call and say, no, I'm going to lead this next lap here. Three wide down the back stretch here. Tyler Green in the middle with no help. Going to find him a spot right there, second in line on the inside, as Alex Forget Berube and Trevor Robertson on the high side trying to make some moves. Look at the speeds of the drivers here. Cruising around at 191, 192 mile an hour. I feel like towards the end of the race, when they start dicing it up, you're going to start seeing that 200 mark. And they really start getting aggressive and pushing. And Finish Line Racing League starting another season here within a week or two. It has sponsors. It is gaining ground, and they are recruiting for new drivers. Minimum of a C-Class license with an I-rating cap of 3,000. It's going to be old school rules with a playoff format. By old school rules, I mean single file restarts with lap cars to the inside, no waiver rounds, no lucky dogs, stuff like that. But with the modernization of playoffs. 8 drivers will make the playoffs with 4 races to determine the final 4. And they're going to determine the championship at Talladega. So you won't want to miss that one. It'll be broadcasted right here on Full Send Broadcast Network. And they actually have a championship purse to the winner of the championship and a payout for the race winner of each race in the season, in a 16-race season. So, you're looking to find a fun league, bunch of good drivers, make a little extra money for free because there's no entry fee, hit them up. Finish Line Racing League on iRacing, Facebook, and Twitter. Alex Verge Berube here, trying to make a pass for the lead with Trevor Robertson pushing him there. Got Jack Dixon behind them as Jack Dixon dips back low to the inside line. Looks like Stephen Payne going to jump up there and try to make a move to get back up to the front as he's been shuffled back to the back. Looks like we're starting to get somewhat of two packs to be formed here. I don't know if they're trying to lay back because they think the leaders are getting a little too aggressive, or if they're just trying to find out what works and what doesn't work. As majority of them dip back low to get a little draft single file there for a second. Zach Wheeler going to lead that lap. A little bit of tandem drafting going on here. This is new to the ARCA cars. A recent update might have changed this setup to allow for tandem drafting to lock bumpers. As we see two pairs here just leading the whole field. Maybe we'll get to see like a late 2000s style racing here with the car of tomorrow, but with ARCA cars. That'd be fantastic. As you got Zach Wheeler and... Oh! Zach Wheeler gets a little loose off the front bumper of Tyler Green, but he's able to save it. Gonna merge right back up in line. No harm, no foul. Only loses a few spots, but he still has the draft. We're on lap 13 out of 45. We've been green flagged since the drop of it. What do you say we do a rundown through the field here? Oh, Tyler Green gets sideways. Can he save it? Trevor Robertson's going around, but no heavy contact. As the caution comes out on lap 14. Let's go back and look at what exactly had happened there. Didn't quite go back far enough. Go back a little bit further. Alright, they're already wrecking right there. Oh, Tyler Green come up and got the quarter panel of, look like Jack Dixon. Let's go back a little bit further. Yeah, Tyler Green gets loose right there off the front bumper of Wheeler as they scatter. Still working on some of the overlay settings. We'll be fixing the replay buffer right there where we'll be able to see the better replay. All the leaders coming down pit road. See who gets the race off pit road. Looks like Zach Wheeler's going to win the race off of pit road there. Followed by Jack Dixon, Jason Babb, Trevor Robertson, Justin Hutchinson, Tyler Green, Alex Forge Berube, Stephen Payne, Scott Stotler, and Blake Sperling. As the field's going to come back around to catch up to the pace car. What do you say we pull one of these drivers in here? Let's pull Trevor Robertson off into here into the booth and see what he has to say about that. Hey, Trevor Robertson, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, walk us through what happened in that incident right there.
I couldn't really tell if anybody was close behind me, but I either got touched on the door or something. I don't know, but I'm lucky I didn't hit anything after the spin, so.
Right.
Had 0 seconds of damage. We're good to go.
Well, that's good. That's good. I was going to say, looked like you had it saved there for a second, then it just finally come around on you. So, but how do you feel about the rest of the race, man? You feel like you got a fast car?
Man, it is just white knuckling the whole time. Scared to death. Hard pounding.
It's some good racing right now. I've noticed there's some. I've noticed there's possibility of Oh yeah. I've noticed there's a possibility of some tandem drafting going on here.
And if you can get close to their bumper, I mean, I don't know if anybody was outside line with us, but I was pushing Mizzou there for the longest time. So.
Go.
If you two cars lock up, as long as you don't touch bumpers, you're good. I mean, it's super fast.
Cool. Well, all right, man. Well, good luck. I see y'all got the 1 to grain, so I will send you back over to where I got you from.
That sounds good.
Have a good race, man. Good luck.
All right.
And that was Trevor Robertson, the guy currently running in 3rd spot right there in that 6 machine. Field coming out of turn 4 here, fixing to take the green flag. That wreck, I'm surprised that wreck didn't turn out bigger than what it was with the amount of contact that was there. Neither car had any major damage. Pace car exits to go down pit road. Green flag is out. We are racing once again, with Zach Wheeler leading them to green, followed by Jack Dixon, Trevor Robertson in 3rd, Jason Babb in 4th, Tyler Green in 5th, Justin Hutchinson in 6th, Blake Sperling in 7th, Scott Stotler in 8th, Alex Forget-Berube in 9th, and Stephen Payne in 10th. Field kind of fanning out right there a little bit. Got a car on the apron. Looks like he's just trying to get away from all the excitement going on up there. He may feel like there may be a caution coming up again. Stephen Payne falling back also. Maybe that's their plan. Fall back, let another caution happen, let some of these guys use some fast repairs. A little bit of slicing and dicing up front with Jack Dixon making a move to the outside with a whale of a run with Wheeler pushing him to the front. Wheeler pushing Dixon a little bit. Dixon's going to fall down in line in front of Trevor Robertson. And Tyler Green's going to say, well, all right then. I'll go to the high side and I'll push Wheeler to the front. The high side's looking very organized right now. Kind of evened up on the high and low line with the amount of cars that are in it. Looks like Justin Hutchinson's going to peek down there and fall in line. Try and get a little bit of a run. Decides, thinks better of it. Goes back to the high side. I know on the high side you have a lot better visibility than you do on the low side. As Tyler Green scrapes the wall a little bit, field kind of fans out to avoid him. Gives him some room to collect it. Zach Wheeler kind of out there by himself on the high side. Decides to dip it down to the low side to fall in line. As we're approaching the halfway mark, the whole field is single file now. Biding their time, waiting for Waiting towards the end of the race to start making some big moves as Zach Wheeler goes out by himself, trying to make a move to the lead. Looks like Jason Babb and Tyler Green are going to go up there with him. Zach Wheeler dips it low as Justin Hutchinson goes way down to the apron. Justin Hutchinson says, y'all are getting a little too wild up here. I'm going to dip out and go to the back here for a little while. Feels like it may be a little bit safer back there. Coming around to complete lap 20. Still 2 by 2 by 2 throughout the whole field. These guys have not taken a break. As we approach this halfway point in the race, they're racing like it's the last lap. Which tells me that last lap is really going to be wild, because if they're racing like this, just trying to make it to the end, that means these guys are going to be really putting it out there and putting on a show for the end of it. As they sail off into turn 1 there. Jack Dixon is your leader currently on the low side. See if he throws a block up to the high side. We say we ride along with Tyler Green there and see how this action looks from his perspective. Looking at the back of Trevor Robertson there. Tyler Green going to step out, side draft a little bit, have a little bit of a run there. See if he can produce anything out of it. Looks like he's going to nose out in front of Jack Dixon there with the help of Zach Wheeler. See if Zach Wheeler may stay off of him a little bit due to that last incident. Zach Wheeler right on that back bumper of Tyler Green. Zach Wheeler going to dip back low. Looking back at Stephen Payne. Right along with Trevor Robertson's gearbox, looking at Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler getting right up on that bumper. This is an amazing shot. Really get to see how low these cars really are, especially under loading the corners. As they come around and complete lap 25 with 20 laps remaining in the race. Zach Wheeler going to give Robertson a little bit of a bump there. Shove him a little bit further out in front. As Zach Wheeler and Tyler Green go to the high side to go around. Hop on board with Tyler Green's front bumper cam. Looking underneath the back bumper of Zach Wheeler. These guys are giving it everything they've got already. I cannot imagine how much more they can give for the end of the race. What do you say we do a little bit of crank it up? And we're back. As they just completed lap 28. Now on lap 29 of 45. Coming up on 15 to go. Wheeler, still your leader. As we watch him screaming down the back straightaway here. Give you a rundown as they stand. You have Zach Wheeler in first. Tyler Green in second. Trevor Robertson sitting in third. Jack Dixon in fourth. In fifth, you have Jason Babb. Sixth, you got Scott Stotler. Seventh, Blake Sperling. Eighth, Justin Hutchinson. Ninth, Alex Forget Berube. And in 10th, you have Stephen Payne. These guys are still duking it out too wide. They just keep getting these huge runs and making passes. See if these guys have slowed down any in the past 5 laps. No, they have not. They have been steadily running some fast laps here. Goes to show tire wear is not that big of a factor at a super speedway. And these guys should have enough fuel to make it to the end. Now they're starting to really tighten it up now, so I'm beginning to wonder, are they starting to feel the pressure and running it now? As you see them get closer and closer together and more sparks are starting to fly, which means speeds are starting to pick up. Tyler Green giving Zach Wheeler a push as you have Trevor Robertson on the high side with Jack Dixon right behind him. Scott Stotler behind Jack Dixon there. That high side seems pretty organized at the moment. Let's see if they can get organized enough to make a big run. Kind of dissipates a little. Oh, we have contact. Trevor Robertson is in the wall. No caution yet. Let's see if one gets thrown for that. The slightest contact just sent Trevor Robertson up into the wall. See if we can get a look at some damage. That left side of that machine's pristine. The right side of that car, though, we do not know yet. I see the right front fender's crinkled up pretty bad. Looks like he may have bad enough oh, his right front wheel is broke. That car is trashed. Broke the tie rod on the 6 car. That is detrimental. Oh, man. Got a feel for that guy. Got turned early in the race, and now he got a little bit of contact and got sent there. As of right now, our biggest mover of the race is Tyler Green with 8 positions gained. As of right now. Trevor Robertson on pit road, going to get a fast repair, I would assume. He will go a lap down on this, I would imagine. After that, kind of cause these guys to get spread out a little bit, but still plenty of time left with 10 laps to go to be able to get them grouped back up and make some moves again, as that high line is formed up very nicely. That low line, though, still being able to hold on pretty tightly, being that that tandem drafting is a thing with these cars. Jack Dixon going to go to the apron, let everyone go by. Guess he's expecting a big wreck to happen here soon. Trevor Robertson is 1 lap down, right there behind the pack. Don't know if he will have... No, he will lose the draft. You know he is begging for a caution right now to happen. Get his lap back and try to compete for that $10. As we're now inside 10 laps to go, working on lap 37 of 45. Things are fixing to start really ramping up, I'm suspecting. Justin Hutchinson there on the inside, right behind Tyler Green, with Scott Stotler behind him. Jason Babb leading that high side with Stephen Payne behind him. High side gets a nice little run right there. Spreads out a little bit, though. Who can get to whose bumper first and give him another run down the backstretch? Justin Hutchinson blinks a little bit. So does Scott Stotler. Justin Hutchinson backs out of it. Probably out of respect of him blinking, I would imagine. Tyler Green getting a push out to the front right there. Let's see if the speeds have picked up any. Like 192 was the fastest I seen on my end. Six laps remaining. Guys are still trying to get organized, figure out who they're going to be with there at the end. Race has had a good long stretch of green flag. I can only imagine we get one caution. And you know what they say. Cautions breed cautions as they come around and complete lap 39, starting lap 40. Beautiful shot of the cars coming down the super stretch there. That high side kind of fading back a little bit. But it looks like they're tightly grouped up now. They may get a good run here coming through the tri-oval. Jason Babb with a heck of a run right there, coming back to the front. Starting to get a little more aggressive out there, going 3 wide. Jack Dixon takes it 3 wide down the backstretch. Oh, and there's the wreck. Tyler Green hard in the wall. Oh my God. All the cars collected. All the cars. Oh my gosh. Let's see what happened. So, see Jack Dixon taking it 3 wide for second place, going off into turn 3. And I do have this slowed down so we can have a better vantage point. What happened? Go to the blimp view. Looks like Jason Babb comes down just a little bit as Dixon goes up, hits Stephen Payne and Babb. Babb then hooks Tyler Green just enough for that vicious impact on the outside wall. Got Stotler there looking pretty on the inside for a second until Dixon comes down right in front of him. Oh my gosh. It looks like Blake Sperling was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Alex Berube there got a little bit of Babb, I think. And then Wheeler spins around and hits Hutchinson. Gave Hutchinson a little bit of damage. And they wadded up 9 cars in that wreck. As we go back live. Got some cars, look like they took some tires and a fast repair there. Coming off the pit road now. All right, it looks like we are going to be setting up for a green-white checkered. So how about we go see if we can pull another driver in here. Let's talk to the man himself that was involved in that incident, Mr. Jack Dixon. Hey there, Jack Dixon. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, man, walk us through what happened right there.
There's a couple laps left, and I thought now's the time to be a little aggressive. And I put it in there, and somebody didn't know how to put it 3 wide, so it is what it is, and we keep going. But I think Wheeler got through that the best because he had his protection from those Trojan, so it's kind of that's where there.
Right. Well, man, how many fast repairs you got left? You got 1 or 2 tonight?
We started with 1, and I still got it, so I'm ready for the big one to happen.
Right on. So you are ready to roll just in case there's one more green-white checkered after this, huh?
Yes, sir.
Right on. So how do you feel about the end? Do you feel like you got a car that can win?
Out of everybody here, I think I got one of the best ones. I think everybody else is pretty beat up, but let's see how it goes. A couple to go.
Good deal. Well, all right, man. Good luck. Maybe we get to talk to you after the race.
Appreciate it.
No problem. That was Jack Dixon, everybody. Currently sitting in 3rd position. You heard it straight from him. He's still got a fast repair left. And if I am correct, Trevor Robertson will get his lap back and be on the lead lap. Lights are back on the pace car. Looks like they've waved off the green flag start. Possibly to let a couple of guys come back around and catch you back up. And those of you that are watching tonight, we appreciate you tuning in to the live broadcast of Finish Line Racing League at Daytona. Lights are out on the pace car. Racking them up. It's to go back green again for $10. It will be a green-white checkered with 1 extra lap added. And I believe they have 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. All right, they got them racked back up, coming out of turn 4. What do you say we turn these boys loose and see who's got what it takes to win the $10? Pace car makes the hard left turn to go down pit road. Green flag is out. We are racing again for a green-white checkered finish. Is Zach Wheeler on the high side there with Scott Stotler behind him. Blake Sperling on the inside with Jack Dixon behind him. Who's going to step it out and make a move? Will we see some 3, some 4 wide? Oh, Dixon and Sperling. Dixon and Sperling go spinning. Yellow flag has come back out. Let's go back and see what happened. Alright, let's see here. Let's go to the blimp view. We see they're already wrecking there. Let's go back here. See what transpired this wreck. You see Dixon on the inside in that 48 and Blake Sperling in front of him in that yellow 1 car. Like Dixon gets a little bit of a run there, maybe trying to pull up and give him a little bump draft. Looks like Blake got a little tight and washed up, and when he didn't come back down, Dixon was there, and Alex Berube had nowhere to go other than into the back of Jack Dixon. That sent them two spinning. Doesn't look like either of them would have any severe contact with the wall. No. They gathered it up and they took back off. Alright. We're going to rack them back up again and try one more time. I told you these guys wasn't giving it everything they had earlier in this race. Now, if I was a betting man, Wheeler is going to be throwing some blocks here to try to hold that lead. But Tyler Green sitting there in third position, I feel like he's going to be the man to watch. I feel like he's going to be making some moves others may not be as brave to pull. But don't count out old Justin Hutchinson there, sitting there in third. He starting on the inside lane there. He's hungry for another win. He's won once this season already. He's looking to add to that list of another. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go back green again here this lap for our second attempt at a green-white checkered. Pace car makes that hard left turn. Green flag is back out. Let's see if we can get it done this time. As they cross the line, going up through the gears here. Zach Wheeler on the inside, Scott Stotler on the high side. Justin Hutchinson already on Wheeler's back bumper, giving him a push. Tyler Green on the high side trying to give Stotler a little bit of a shove back out to the front. I feel like going down the backstretch here, we're going to see the move starting to form. A little bit of a run there on the high side. Scott Stotler with a nose out in front. Scott Stotler is going to pull down low in front of Wheeler. He feels like that's the spot to be. As they come roaring out of turn 4 there, Scott Stotler is now your leader. Tyler Green side drafting him a little bit with Trevor Robertson pushing him as Alex Berube moves up there. White flag is out. Next flag will end it. Tyler Green and Scott Stotler right there on the front. Tyler Green trying to side draft, but Zach Wheeler says, no way, I am pushing this man and keeping him out front. Tyler Green getting hung out to dry in the middle as Zach Wheeler moves to the middle line. They are 3 wide coming down the backstretch for this win. You can tell these guys want it. Alex Berube slaps the wall a little bit. Scott Stotler in the door of the 20 there. Coming down. Oh, Zach Wheeler gets turned. Oh my gosh. Your winner is Scott Stotler in the 8 car. As the field wrecks behind him. Lot of tore up cars there, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Let's go back and see that wreck once again. Get on the blimp view here. We will slow it down when the contact happens. Come around there. Pretty wide there. Got Stotler to the inside. Right here. Green pushes Wheeler a little too aggressively. Wheeler goes airborne and over. Oh my. Oh, and Alex hits him and sends him in the catch fence in the roof. Even Payne almost made it through that. We see that 8 car of Scott Stotler there doing a little bit of a burnout. You say we try to pull Scott Stotler in the booth here. See if he is in Discord. He is not in Discord for an interview. None of the top 3 finishers are available for a interview. So what do you say we talk to Zach Wheeler, who was leading right there and ended up getting turned? Hey there, Zach Wheeler. How you doing tonight after that rough incident right there where you were upside down and in the catch fence? Zach Wheeler, you got a copy. Well, it appears Zach Wheeler may be away from his headset at the moment. So let's see if we can pull another driver down. Pull the other guy that was involved in starting that. Let's pull Tyler Green up in here and ask him his perspective on that. Hey there, Tyler Green, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey man, walk us through that finish right there. How'd all that come to fruition?
I was just trying to push him hard to the wind, and I tried getting squared with his rear, and I came down a little bit too late.
Yeah, man, that was a rough wreck. I mean, it sent Wheeler into the catch fence and upside down, and Alex Berube ended up hitting him in the roof. That was a rough hit.
Yeah, that wasn't my proudest moment.
But other than
I just
that,
figured we could get a good run coming off that corner. I wanted to get squared with him, but
right? Well, our winner was the only one that made it out of that whole incident. He was in the front row on the inside, and when that incident happened, he was the only one that didn't have any contact out of it.
got lucky.
Right? Hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Right?
So, all right. Well, good race tonight. It was fun watching y'all do what y'all do.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
That was Tyler Green, everybody. That was your 9th place finisher. Let's run you through how they finished. Stephen Payne is showing as... Nope, that's qualifying. That explains it. Here's your race results. Scott Stotler is your winner in the 8 car. Stephen Payne finishes second. Justin Hutchinson coming home with a podium in third. In fourth, you have Alex Berube. Fifth is Trevor Robertson, followed by Zach Wheeler in sixth. Jack Dixon comes home seventh. Eighth is Tyler Green. Ninth is Jason Babb. And 10th is Blake Sperling. And I just want to thank y'all for stopping by tonight. This was Full Send Broadcast Network signing off. Have a good night and the rest of the week, and we'll see you next time.